Hi, so today we want to talk to you about the possible different ways that you can sell your property. So one obviously is to a cash buyer. There are still some cash buyers out there, but typically most cash buyers are going to be investors, and usually they're not going to give you top dollar, which is no surprise there. Cash buyers want to try to get some type of deal, some type of discount on the price. The people that are most likely going to give you top dollar are owner occupants, and owner occupants for the most part are going to require some type of financing. They're going to usually have 3, 5, maybe 10, 20% down payment, and then go and finance the rest from some type of bank, lending institution, mortgage broker, right? It doesn't matter if it's Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Citibank, ABC Mortgage Lending, it doesn't matter. But they'll usually finance the rest. And when it comes to financing, there's a few different options. One type of option is conventional loans. So conventional loans are for buyers that are usually a little bit better qualified. In order to get a conventional loan, your credit score needs to be a little bit higher, and your debt to income ratio for a buyer has to be lower. In other words, you need to have less debt for a conventional loan. And also, so primarily your credit score needs to be higher and your debt to income ratio needs to be lower. And also for a conventional loan, you can qualify with as little as 3% down payment. The other types of loans are FHA and VA, and those loans tend to be a little bit more flexible. FHA, a buyer can buy with as little as 3.5% down payment, and for VA loans, a buyer can buy with 0% down payment, right? So for veterans, and it's a great program, very flexible. FHA and VA programs will typically allow a borrower to have a lower credit score and carry a higher debt to income ratio. So usually people that qualify for, let's say, FHA may not qualify for conventional. People that qualify for conventional will definitely qualify for FHA, but not vice versa, because FHA loans are more flexible. They allow the buyer to have a higher debt to income ratio. All right. VA loans are also similar to FHA, but the difference with VA loans is that compared to FHA, which require what's called private mortgage insurance for the life of the loan, VA loans actually don't have any private mortgage insurance. So typically, borrowers that are VA buyers for a VA loan, they'll typically be able to qualify for just a little bit higher than FHA buyers because they're not paying that private mortgage insurance, so they can afford a little bit of a higher total mortgage payment, right? Including the principal, interest, taxes, insurance, and association, and private mortgage insurance if in the case of FHA and conventional buyers. By the way, buyers with conventional loans, the private mortgage insurance is only paid until the loan, until they have at least 20% equity, right? And then after that, the private mortgage insurance falls off. But for FHA, today, on FHA loans, the borrowers have to carry that private mortgage insurance on for the life of the loan until they refinance. So anyway, keep that in mind when you're working with buyers. When a buyer tells you that they're qualified for a conventional loan, which would be, is preferable. So sort of the order of loans of preference would be a cash buyer, then a conventional buyer, and then on an FHA or a VA buyer. Something else to keep in mind with VA loans is that the VA requires that the seller do some inspections. For example, the seller must do a termite inspection on the property and pay for it. However, the seller, even if there are some termite repairs that need to happen for the property, if there is some evidence of termites on the property, which living in South Florida, that's not uncommon. When you're as a seller, although you are required to pay for a termite inspection, you're not required to pay for the termite treatment. So that's something that you can sort of pass on to the buyer if they are still interested. And with the right amount of marketing and setting the right expectations up front and negotiating in the right way, a buyer should be able to accept that. So anyway, I hope you find that helpful. I know that was a lot of information. If you have questions about this or anything else at any time, feel free to reach out to us. We look forward to helping you sell quickly with little hassle and for the best price. And we look forward to talking to you soon.